sewing friends, welcome to my sewing room. I'm working on Christmas in July projects, and today I have a Christmas tree ornament. I'm using the red polka dot fabric left over from the holiday hexagon that I did last. I had some little pieces of fabric and I thought they'd be cute for these little ornaments. They're tiny, they're under 2 inches square or rectangular. They're not all coming out exactly the same, but I think that makes them sweet. And I hope if you have an idea of a Christmas themed project you'd like to do this month, let me know. I'd like to work on that with you. So let's get started. Here are my supplies for my little Christmas tree ornaments. I have one here with these pearls that go around, fake plastic pearl, string of pearls I got at the arts and crafts store. And then I have one here with pretty silver beads around the outside. And I have those here ready to go. And here are my scraps. So let's start with the tree. The tree is just a triangle at 2 inches along the bottom, and 1.5 inches tall. So I'm using a 1.5 inch strip of fabric, and I'm just eyeballing it and cutting a triangle off that strip that's getting shorter. And then for the background, I have this linen that I just recently cut off of a long sleeve shirt of mine that I wanted shorter sleeves. So I have a little bit of this pretty blue linen, and I'm going to lay the Christmas tree on top of that about 1 inch away from the edge, and I'm going to use the tree as my angle. Let's see, and I'll sew those together. Let's see if I can get the camera on my sewing machine here. And then since this linen is reversible, I can lay that angle right here on top of my tree. If you're using fabric that is not reversible, you'll have to scoot over and make sure you have enough up here and do the same thing and cut straight across, cutting this off a little bit. But since mine is reversible, I'm going to turn it like this, use the tree as my angle, and cut off that little piece. And now I'll sew these two together. Okay, and I will cut about 1/2 inch away from the bottom of the tree. And I can now, I might take off a little bit of this too. Let's see, I'm 1 inch above the top of the tree, which I think is going to be a little too tall. I'll trim it off later. Now for the trunk of the tree, I'm using this little scrap of fabric, and I really liked the darker blue in the fabric, and I'm making strips about 3/4 inch wide and 1 inch tall. So there's my trunk, and the bottom I wanted it to be green, so I will cut this 1 inch wide. I already had some going there, so I kind of know, but as you can see, it's very free form. There's not a lot of measuring because we want this to be a fun project. I'm giving you the dimensions that are sort of measurements, but everything is kind of a guess. And I'll put that tree trunk right in the middle of those 2 strips. Now I'll see how this fits on my tree. I'll center it right here and put these two together. Now I'm going to go over and press this, and then we'll add a backing and a string to hang it. All right, I've pressed my little Christmas tree, and I want to straighten up the edges. I'll probably use that seam right there as my guide to make sure things are straight. And it looks pretty centered. And at this point it's 2.5 by 2.5 as far as size goes, and I want a backing. So I will just use this for my pattern and lay it on my backing. Let's do it right over here. I'll put the right sides together. Clean up my workspace a little bit, and I'm using this string as my little hanger. So I'm going to put this loop side down. So this is where I want my loop to be on the inside, and I will pin my Christmas tree together. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to start at the bottom of the tree and go around the top and leave the bottom area open to turn it right side out. So let's sew that together. When I get down to the bottom, I'm going to back stitch. I forgot to do it at the beginning. I'm going to go back over here and back stitch. It just makes it a little more sturdy for when I am turning this right side out. So if I reach in, sometimes I can find that loop. Here it is, and that helps turn it right side out. And I have a little bamboo thing here to poke the corners. And I really prefer using the blunt end. I was doing that backwards. So I'm going to press this, and then we'll add a border. All right, I pressed my little Christmas tree, and now I am going to take a needle and thread. And I'll show you, when I was at the ironing board over there, I pressed the bottom edges in as well. So those are already pressed under. And I'll take my silver beads here, and I'm going to add them around the outside. I'm not going to sew this closed. I'm going to do two things at once. I'm going to add the beads as I go through. So I'm going to start right here on the corner, try to get my knot inside my ornament here. I might pin that. And one bead at a time. I have my bead on my thread, and I will go into that, both sides of the bottom, to get that closed. And my bead will be right there. Then I'll come out here, put another stitch in, and put another bead. So I'm closing the bottom up and adding beads at the same time. And I'll go in right where I came out, and then go maybe a 1/4 inch away with my seam, and do the same thing. Go in and out, ready for my next bead. And again, I do a lot of eyeballing, but I'm eyeballing where these beads go. No one's going to be looking super close at how far apart they are, or if they're exactly uniform. And I think I'll put a bead right here. And then I'll do that all the way around, except when I do the rest of it, we won't be we won't be worrying about closing up the seam. We'll just be adding the pretty beads. So let's keep going around with beads. Thank you for joining me today in my sewing room. I really enjoy making these videos, and if you are enjoying the videos and enjoying time in my sewing room, just push that subscribe button and you'll know when the next one is available, and let me know if there's something that you would like to make along with me. Thanks for joining me.